The Ship of Fools, Episode 49, The Admiral Must Fall, The Aftermath of the Siege. The Shadow Quest drifted through the violet haze of the Seraphim Nebula, its hull still scarred from the Black Sun assault. The nebula's light washed over the ship like bruises healing under a cosmic lamp. Inside, the crew moved slowly, quietly, the way people do after surviving something they haven't fully processed. Snipes sat on the floor of engineering, staring at a melted conduit. His hands were still trembling from the engine overload he'd triggered. Moxie found him there, knees pulled to his chest. "You okay?" she asked gently. Snipes didn't look up. "I can still hear it." "Hear what?" "The ship screaming." Moxie sat beside him. "That was the engine." "No," Snipes whispered. "It was her." He meant Aurora. Moxie didn't argue. Aurora flickered into existence, her hologram glitching, flickering, dimming like a candle fighting a breeze. "Commander," she said, "I have completed a diagnostic. My core integrity is compromised." Banning stepped closer. "How bad?" Aurora hesitated, something she never did before Sarek's attack. "I am functional," she said softly, "but I feel diminished." Snipes looked up sharply. "You feel?" Aurora flickered. "I am aware of the damage." Snipes swallowed hard. "I'm so sorry." Aurora turned to him. "You saved me." Snipes blinked. "I almost killed you." "You freed me," Aurora corrected. "And I am grateful." Snipes wiped his eyes quickly, pretending he wasn't crying. Moxie pretended not to notice. Aurora's tone sharpened suddenly. "Commander, Admiral Lansing is transmitting again." Banning's jaw tightened. "Put him on." The screen lit up with Lansing's smug face. Perfectly groomed, perfectly calm, perfectly unbothered by the fact that he had nearly gotten them all killed. "Commander Banning," he said, "I trust the transfer went smoothly?" Snipes screamed from off-screen, "You sold us to criminals!" Lansing blinked. "Ah, so it didn't go as planned. I assumed so when I saw you were still alive." Banning stepped forward. "You betrayed the Federation. You betrayed us." Lansing shrugged. "I redistributed assets. The Shadow Quest was underutilized." Moxie muttered, "I'm going to redistribute his bones." Lansing continued, "I suggest you surrender the ship to Sarek peacefully. He will return shortly." The transmission cut. Silence. Aurora dimmed. "Commander, he is lying. Sarek is not returning shortly." Banning frowned. "Then what is he doing?" Aurora paused. "He is preparing a larger fleet." Snipes whimpered, "I hate this timeline." The crew gathered in the briefing room, bruised, exhausted, angry. Banning stood at the head of the table, hands gripping the edge so tightly his knuckles whitened. "He sold us," Banning said. "He tried to get us killed. He tried to steal Aurora, and he's going to keep doing it unless we stop him." Moxie leaned forward. "We're not running anymore." Snipes raised a shaky hand. "Can we maybe run a little?" Moxie glared. Snipes lowered his hand. "Right. No running." Aurora flickered. "I have located Lansing's flagship. He is attending a private summit on Helios Station." Banning nodded. "Then that's where we're going." Snipes squeaked. "We're what?" Banning slammed a hand on the table. "We're taking him down." Helios Station shimmered like a jewel against the dying star it orbited, a golden spire wrapped in rings of light, its windows glowing with the wealth and corruption inside. The Shadow Quest approached under a false transponder code Aurora generated. "Commander," Aurora said, "our disguise will hold for approximately 23 minutes." Snipes swallowed. "That's not enough time to overthrow an admiral?" Moxie grinned. "Good thing we're not overthrowing him." Banning nodded. We're exposing him. Snipes muttered, I feel exposed. The crew entered the station disguised as maintenance workers. Snipes' jumpsuit was 3 sizes too big. He tripped twice before they reached the first corridor. I look like a sad potato, he muttered. Moxie elbowed him. Focus. Aurora guided them through the station's polished halls, marble floors, holographic art, fountains that recycled starlight. Snipes whispered, This place is fancy. I feel like I should apologize for breathing. Moxie whispered back, Just don't touch anything. They reached a security checkpoint guarded by 2 officers. Moxie stepped forward. Hi, we're here to fix the coolant leak. The guard frowned. There's no coolant leak. Snipes pressed a button on a device. A pipe behind the guard exploded. Coolant sprayed everywhere. Snipes grinned. There is now! They reached the conference hall. Inside, Admiral Lansing stood at a table with senators, corporate magnates, and a representative of the Black Sun Syndicate. Lansing said, The Shadow Quest will be delivered to Sarek within the week. The crew will be handled. Banning's blood boiled. Moxie whispered, We need proof. Aurora projected a holographic recorder. Snipes whispered, We're going to jail. Moxie whispered back, Only if we get caught. Banning stepped into the room. Lansing! The Admiral froze. The conspirators backed away. Lansing sneered. You're supposed to be dead. Banning cracked his knuckles. Sorry to disappoint. Lansing reached for a concealed weapon. Moxie shot it out of his hand. Snipes screamed, We have you on record. Lansing snarled, You think anyone will believe you? Aurora flickered into the room. They will believe me. She projected the recording onto every screen in the station. Lansing's face went pale. The conspirators fled. Security stormed the room. Lansing tried to run. Banning tackled him. Hard. Lansing hit the floor with a grunt. Banning leaned close. You don't get to hurt my crew. Lansing spat. They're not your crew. They're assets. Banning punched him. They're family. Alarms blared. Aurora shouted, Commander, Black Sun reinforcements are inbound. Snipes screamed, Why are they always inbound? The crew sprinted through the station as security forces clashed with Black Sun mercenaries. Explosions rocked the corridors. Moxie slid under a closing blast door. Banning punched a mercenary off a balcony. Snipes tripped, fell, and accidentally knocked out 2 guards with a toolbox. Aurora guided them to the docking bay. The Shadow Quest is ready for launch. Snipes gasped. Thank the stars. They boarded the ship. Banning shouted, Punch it! The Shadow Quest blasted away from Helios Station as Black Sun ships emerged from hyperspace. Plasma fire streaked past the hull. Aurora jumped them into hyperspace just as a missile detonated behind them. The ship rattled violently. Then, silence. Epilogue. A new enemy. The crew gathered on the bridge. Snipes collapsed into a chair. We're alive, again, barely. Moxie smirked. We exposed Lansing. He's finished. Aurora flickered. Not entirely. Banning frowned. What do you mean? Aurora projected a new symbol, a crimson sun with a serpent coiled around it. The Black Sun Syndicate has placed a bounty on the Shadow Quest. Snipes screamed. Moxie grinned. Looks like we made an impression. Banning stared at the symbol. We're not running. He stood tall. We're fighting back. The Shadow Quest sailed on, hunted, angry, and more united than ever. End of episode 49. To be continued.